Our first discussions or talks was with the ministry, specifically under the NTP program from Uzbekistan in Hyderabad during the Union Conference, which was back in 2019. Then one of our team members, Florent, was in contact with specifically this person that initiated the conversation on the use of innovations like portable X-ray and CAT for TB for detection of TB. That was back in 2019, and then we continued those discussions throughout the year, following 2020 and 2021. So quite some time, which took over to initially, for when we started really with the first project in Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan is not that much of a TB high burden country, so to speak, as it's not like, let's say, in the WHO's top 30 countries out there. But still, it has TB presence, especially if you look throughout the whole region. And as you know, Uzbekistan can be seen as a country part of a larger context, so really looking throughout Central Asia. So these are very large countries with maybe not that large number of population if you would compare it to other. But still, TB is a burden on the general health for people in the end, but also on the health system. So eventually we started conversations by having this topic in mind with how we can support as an organization. I think back then the USAID initiated the conversation through the INTP New Tools project, which they supported with the Stop TB partnership back in 2021. And that's when they were looking into new innovations to detect TB. And that's where we, of course, got in play, where we had our portable X-rays and got the software integrated as one solution. Yeah, and since then, since 2021, we initially enrolled on the first pilot project with them. My experience on a personal level first was very pleasant. I think from both a cultural perspective as from a business perspective, it was very pleasant to work with them, which made it easier in terms of communication. Not so much necessarily on the language side, because there's of course barrier in that, but nevertheless their opportunistic thinking in this sense helped us and made a bridge between our two organizations to look into a collaboration. And I was always interested in Central Asian countries in general, but that's more from a personal standpoint. But that, I think, did help to understand how country in general might think, work from a cultural perspective, which makes it then easier to initiate conversations and to continue building a relationship. Uzbekistan has been part of this from the Silk Road, really looking back to the Asian past. And that always stands for me for trade. And as a company that's based in the Netherlands, we, I think, have that in common with Uzbekistan. We're a small country in that sense, small population compared to the rest of the world, where it forces us to think outside of the box, outside of our borders, outside of our country. Which means that we need to trade with others. So that has always caught my eye since I was already a small kid. So having that in mind, I think that was really my personal goal and why I was hoping to achieve to collaborate with the Ministry of Health in general from Uzbekistan, but also throughout the region. Yeah. Yeah, well, Uzbekistan is a large country with a different type of sites, so to say. So they have mountains, desert. So it's really a huge country where you have to cross many, many miles to get from one side to another. Um, our solutions, in this case, a portable Delft backpack, help them to use it portable. Meaning portable for them is placing a backpack X-ray into a car and going from one town to maybe another town, but driving many, many miles to get from one location to another. That was never done before. They didn't have that opportunity yet to move an X-ray from one place to another, because they had to get people usually to a clinic to be tested on TB. Now we were able to go active into the field. They were active to go into the field with our solutions and screen people for TB. Opportunities, yes, because of the relationship so far has been going very well. So I don't expect any challenges on that side. The challenge here lies is, when you innovate, you of course need to sustain that part of satisfaction. And this is maybe where the challenge lies. So looking into language barriers, or the country that is immense on itself, getting from one place to another might be very challenging, and having someone locally on the ground that understands that, which we're doing. So we're working together with a local partner to strengthen local capacity building. So that might help to bridge the gap, and we're hoping to continue to make sure that improves. But it will always keep on being a challenge for us, because we're not necessarily as an office being there.